Hi everyone, so I have another haul for you today. As usual, I will have timestamps in the description box below so you can skip around to watch whatever shops you want to watch. So I have just one tiny order to start with. I just really want to use these stickers and put them away and everything. So this is from Fox and Cactus. This was after my Christmas order, so just kind of whatever she had left in her shop that I still wanted because she had a sale of some kind. Don't remember exactly. There's two journaling cards that came with this order. This one says treat yourself and a blank back. And then this one is my strange addiction and the thank you card on the back of that. So there are two freebies for this order. Yeah. This is the November freebie. I definitely already have this one. With the little bat in the Christmas present, the Grinch cat, no mail in the mailbox, so sad. And then there she is with her sack of letters in her little Christmas onesie, which is really cute. And then this freebie, again, I think this went with whatever kind of sale was going on. I don't remember which one. But this is like kind of a special freebie. So this is a little kind of cupcake, I guess, Mickey Mouse backpack type thing. The little cat character with Mickey Mouse ears and popcorn. So that could be like going to see a Disney movie. And then I think that's Maya, her new puppy, which she made into a character also, and she's the cutest puppy in the world. That's Maya in a Stitch onesie, which is so cute. Baby Yoda, of course. And then a little angry lamp that says you wish. That's a really good one. I like that. It's funny. I don't know what I would use this for, but I like the angry lamp saying you wish. I'm gonna find a way to use that. Alright, so this is kind of a tiny order. Itty bitty, there's only a few sheets in here. But I had to get the Baby Yoda and I had to get everything else. I had to clear out my wish list during the sale. I love the paper. This paper feels so good. I think it's premium matte. But I did get the Baby Yoda sheet. I have my own Baby Yoda stickers I designed, but I like variety. And I don't really have anything to mark Baby Yoda with right now. I did tell my boyfriend I was going to probably watch The Mandalorian just because I need to get all the Star Wars lore. That's the new lore anyway. Because, yeah, we do need to binge the whole series still. He hasn't seen the prequels, which are my personal favorites because I'm crazy and I like the prequels. I haven't seen the new one yet, though. He's seen the new one. Yeah, so anyway, there's a lot of Star Wars stuff going on in my life, or that will go on. So, you know, I could use Baby Yoda for that. But he's so cute. He's a precious baby. And then I got all three versions of the pencils. So we have the normal pencil, just a classic school pencil. We have the neutrals shades, so like black, gray, and white. Go with pretty much tons of spreads. Also with that. And then the rainbow, these are like colored pencils. I got these for drawing or just anything involving pencils, like writing things down or something. It's always good to have these. Pencils and pens are useful. And then let me see if there's any more kind of item stickers, which there are. Let me just kind of set those aside. I didn't sort these earlier, obviously. Alright, I think that's about sorted. So I did get the sheet of little grocery bags, which for some reason I didn't have before. But yeah, just a little pretty cute paper bag with groceries in it. And then the two versions of the phones, the cell phones. I always need cell phone stickers, just the phone. So there's just the plain phone right here. A classic black phone goes with everything. Could be used for like calling or just anything phone related. And then this one has like a little speech bubble. So this one is more like texting to me, is what that seems. So this is probably what I'm going to use this one for when I'm like texting somebody a lot on a certain day, which I do tend to mark. I also like how these phones are like facing the 2 different ways. So, or at least this one is. I guess this one doesn't really matter which way it's facing because it is, you know, if you just tilt that way, then it's the same sticker. But this one, where the Sweet Trouble is, that's cool how it's facing both ways. So you can put it on either the left side or the right side of the box, and it works. I love it when shops do that. So then we have a few of the cat character stickers. I like this cat character. I think he's got a funny face. Not as much as the cats, like the couples cats. I like those a little bit better. But these are really funny too. He's got a very expressive face. So this one, these are like the weather ones. So this one is like melting because it's so hot outside rather. I always say that I'm melting when it's hot out, so I thought it was so funny to have the cat version of that. He's turning into a little puddle. And this one is the opposite, so it's like freezing. Yep, frozen solid. And both of these are weathers that I experienced living in the Bay Area. I think pretty much everywhere around the US, because of global warming, experiences all the extremes. And then lastly we have the girl stickers. Ooh, it's like there's one more cat sticker. So these are, I think these are just like really tired. So I need a lot of stickers to mark when I'm just really tired, as opposed to like sleeping, because a lot of the time I'll come to work and I'll just be exhausted the whole day and I'll look like this all day. That was me today actually, and all days this week. So I needed a sticker specifically to mark just being tired. And then I have 4 sheets of the girls. So this one is kind of like a party celebration with a cat, or like New Year's based on the coloring and the timing. I think that's what it was kind of meant for. But it could be just like any party with the cat, which I think is really cute. I love the buttons, space buttons. And then here she is just being really mad. This is also super expressive. This one is just hilarious. I forget what this was like, what the name of this sheet was, or like what it's supposed to mean. But I love the expressions on her face. Like you can think of like many different situations where these would be like useful reaction images. Like this would work for a lot of stuff. That would be like you're listening to somebody tell something that's like obviously false, and you're like, really? Yeah, I'm gonna press X to doubt on that one. And that could be kind of the same thing. Actually, all these could be for that, or just like, I don't know, there's many things that this could apply to. And then of course I got the sticker sheet from the sticker from the sampler right here, but just like in my girl's my skin color. I think this is Tulip is the girl with the skin color. But yeah, just useful for all the times that I'm waiting for a package and it's delayed or hasn't arrived or something. So that is my kind of smaller order from Fox and Cactus. I don't order too frequently from her. I like to wait for all the stuff to add up, and then I just get it in one fell swoop. And she doesn't release all that often, but I eagerly await her next release. So that is it for this tiny section of the haul, and let's go ahead and get into the next one. Okay, so for this next part of the haul, I have a couple orders to go over. I am using natural light, so hopefully it's not too dark. I don't think it will be. So I have an order from Keatown and an order from Sticky Essentials. So let's go over Keatown first. It is a really tiny order. It's just 4 kits, and these are from the latest final stock sale. So I think they were maybe 30% off or something. I almost exclusively buy Keatown kits from the final stock section because it's usually such a good deal, and I don't need most of the kits beforehand. I think I've bought maybe, actually I don't know, I don't think I've bought anything that wasn't in a final stock sale or wasn't on some kind of sale. So the freebie that came with this order is this kind of New Year's freebie. So we have some scripts: Happy New Year, bake cookies, go ice skating, sick day, declutter, it's January. So I guess it's kind of like the January sampler. And then all of these little wintry icons down here. And the first kit I got was this Keatown, or obviously it's a Keatown kit, this Once Upon a Time kit. I guess they don't have titles, but yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the Once Upon a Time kit. I haven't actually watched the show yet, but it's on my list. I want to. I think I would really enjoy it. So since this was final stock, I wanted to make sure I got it before I would never have a chance to get it again. I haven't seen this art really anywhere else, so I wanted to make sure that I picked it up. So I guess Once Upon a Time is kind of like a show based on just every fairy tale ever, just all kind of combined into one, which I think is a really cool concept. So I'm excited for whenever I get to watching that. I also have like a book version of, I think, one of the episodes or seasons or something like that. I have that on my shelf that I will read, I guess, after I start watching the show. So I have a lot of like stuff in anticipation of watching Once Upon a Time, but I've never seen it. So eventually I'll get around to it. Same with Game of Thrones, although I haven't bought any Game of Thrones kits, and I'm proud of myself for that because I don't think I'm gonna like it that much. Anyway, these are the glitter headers that go with that. Very dark blue and gray, which is really cool. So obviously you can see the various fairy tale elements going on here. I'm not going to point them out to you because you probably can see them, but I will go through the format of the kit. I think I did buy the legendary kits, which is like the medium size. So it's not the mini kit, and it's not, or actually no, I think the legendary may be the biggest size. Is this the biggest size? This may just be the biggest size. But it's not like the bundle size. I think some of the options were like bundles where you can get the biggest size kit and then a bunch of extras. I don't know. I don't remember what this is called, but it's like the medium size. So we have the page of full boxes, this kind of functional page here with a nice big movie marquee. We have deco and date covers and date dots and weekend banner. We have the whole page of checklists, and I like how the little icons are like themed to fit the kit. So those are little swords. All kinds of boxes here. Headers and washi. Tons of little things, some labels, and then some really cool boxes down here. So you can rate meals, video games, movies, and then books, which is the coolest idea ever. Here we have 2 kinds of habit trackers and then bottom washi. And then the glitter headers and extra things down there. So that is the format of the medium-sized kit, whatever it's actually called. But yeah, it's a lot of stuff in here. So I think this could pretty easily translate to a some white space planning week. But it's a really cool kit. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to watch Once Upon a Time in the next couple years or so and be able to use that. So I have a couple more pop culture, well, I guess all of these are pop culture kits. That's kind of what Keatown is known for. But one of them is seasonal, so I'll go over that one last because it's out of that season by now. But this one is the Totoro kit. I actually don't have any Totoro kits. I have a lot of Totoro character stickers because I love Studio Ghibli and Totoro. But I hadn't seen any kits anywhere, so when I saw this one I had to pick it up just because I want a whole kit in order to use all of those stickers that I have, the character stickers. And I want to have like a Ghibli week. So obviously I'll watch Totoro because I really love Totoro. And then probably Spirited Away, which is my favorite Ghibli film. I could watch it over and over and over again. Howl's Moving Castle is also really good, but it's not something I can watch all the time in order to fully appreciate it. I feel like it has to be kind of like a special event type thing. And I love Ponyo too, but that's also not an all the time thing. There's a lot I haven't seen. Castle in the Sky was pretty good, but I don't know if I would rewatch it. But yeah, there's a few I have seen and a lot I haven't seen, so I'm probably just gonna have a Ghibli week at some point and watch some old favorites and then try some new ones. So this would be to mark that. So obviously we have the Totoros, the big one and the little one, the Soot Sprites, and then the Cat Bus, which is like the most hilarious character in probably anything ever invented. I don't know what that is. I don't remember. And then I'm just gonna like briefly page through these without explaining, just so you can see. Oh, that's new. This art style is different from this, which sometimes happens with Keatown kits, but I think it's really cool how we get other versions of the actual characters. I love those Soot Sprites. Those are the cutest things. I actually have Soot Sprite washi from Fox and Cactus, which is currently in my drawer that is below my desk, not on my desk, so I can't exactly reach for it right now, but I'm sure you've seen it if you're familiar with Fox and Cactus at all, but it's really cute, so I would want to use that with this. I also have the Fox and Cactus Soot Sprite little character deco stickers. So here we have a little girl and her older sister from Totoro, My Neighbor Totoro, the cat bus, who looks much more normal here than he does in the actual movie. I don't really know who those are. I think that's the dad. I don't know who that is. And then of course there's Big Totoro. So I guess that's another little Totoro right there is what that is. I need to watch this movie again. It was so cute. I loved this movie. I think I've only seen it once, but I feel like I would love it the more I watched it. So I do need to rewatch it. I love this scene right here. I'm curious like where I would be able to fit that into a kit, but honestly, I could just use it and then maybe it would go over like 2 days and then I could just layer some boxes over that and it would be like a cool background kind of thing. That would be really cool. Like use that instead of like a bougie box. Does that sound like a good idea? I think that would be cool to try. So I might try that because it's not something I would feel guilty about covering up, but I want to use it. Yeah, and then we have more boxes on here. So this is like a different format, I believe. So it's a good thing I'm showing it to you so you can see all the different formats and how the icons are different. So there's little acorns there. This page is the same, and this page is a little bit different too. You get a lot more washi, which I don't tend to use as much. And then the glitter headers. So that is a really cute kit. It's not usually in a style I would typically get, but I mean, it's like the only Totoro kit that I've seen. Honestly, probably the only Studio Ghibli kit that I've seen at all. Let me know of other Studio Ghibli kits that you've seen out there, because I don't think I've seen too many, and I am kind of obsessed with the few movies that I've seen. So let me know, and I'll check them out. And then this, of course, I got the Joker kit. I haven't seen Joker yet. I'm kind of like, before I was just kind of like saving it up as a special treat to myself for when I would like, I don't know, stream it. As soon as it was available to stream, I would like make a night of it and just kind of savor it because I didn't want to see it in theaters. And then I kind of just forgot about it. But this is like reminding me. So I'm gonna try to find it somewhere right now and actually watch it so I can use this kit. I do think I am going to enjoy it a lot. I think it's like exactly my kind of movie. And I say that about a lot of different types of movies, but this is one of my many aesthetics that is just so me from what I've heard of it and seen of it. So I had to get the kit to commemorate that. This is very much the Joaquin Phoenix Joker. I also think I'm going to love the Heath Ledger Joker, which is iconic. I haven't seen The Dark Knight yet, but I think I'm going to love that too, but for different reasons. But yeah, I'm really happy that I got the Joaquin Phoenix Joker specifically in this kit. So, and I love the style of this here with the black background and then these colors on top of that. It's perfect. This is it. This is what I would want from a Joker kit. So there is the first bit. I noticed that I'm getting a ton of kits lately for things I haven't seen or read yet. Probably maybe 10% of my collection is like kits in anticipation of watching or reading something. And then like probably another 15% of my stuff, look at that, it's ha 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 ha. Another 15% of my stuff, of my kits, is for events that are way off in the future. I've held off on getting baby kits, thank goodness, because ScribblePrintsCo like has like a million adorable baby kits, but that's like way too far off. But I have wedding kits, but my justification for that is that they're for other people's weddings, of which there are tons. I have a wedding coming up in a few months for one of my other cousins that will be the third wedding in 3 years. So one wedding each year that I will have gone to for my cousins. So it's definitely that time of my life when everybody's having weddings. But yeah, obviously I'm not really at the point of picking out a kit for my own wedding yet. So that's how I can kind of justify that. But I also have like a ton of birthday kits that I can't see myself using anytime soon, or like a cat birthday kit that I will not use because I don't own cats right now. And moving kits, although I guess there will be a move coming up, but I think I have more moving kits than moves I have planned, so just stuff like that. And a lot of travel kits too. Like I have a Venice kit, and I've been to Venice like twice probably, but I don't have a trip planned anytime soon, but you know, a lot of just in case kits. I'm holding this because I forgot to mention that there's no glitter headers that came with this because it's final stock, so not all the extras are available to buy. But that's fine because I have plenty of either leftover glitter headers or Simply Gilded 5mm washi that will work. I really don't mind that much when kits don't have glitter headers anymore, because right now my collection of alternatives has built up so much that it's not an issue. And then this kit I really love. I kind of passed on this art when it came out because I did not see that many shops using it. I think ScribblePrintsCo used this for like a monthly, and I don't think too many other kits actually used it or like put it together in a way that was sufficient for me. But I think Keatown did a really great job putting this one together. It's got everything. It's got this double box of like the feast. It's got this double box of the Great Hall. I didn't even mention what this kit is. It's like another Harry Potter Christmas kit, and there's been a lot of that kind of art lately, or just winter Harry Potter art in general. But this was also really beautiful art that I wanted to get in some variety. I love this quote box, "'Tis the Season to Sparkle." I just love that font and everything, how it's arranged. I love that box with the Christmas tree and the snitch. I love all the boxes. I just can't get enough of this. It is so beautiful. And look at the little chocolate frogs crawling around the table. That is so funny and such a perfect little touch. So it's just a gorgeous art, gorgeous kit. I'm so happy to get this. I have so many Harry Potter, like I counted up my Harry Potter kits. I think I said in the last haul that I had enough for like 4 or 5 months. I have pretty much 6 months worth right now of Harry Potter kits, which is just insane. I need to start actually using them. To be fair, I'm 6 months behind in planning, but I still have over 2 years worth of kits in my binders that I have to use at some point. Again, maybe 25% at least are hoarding kits, but a lot of them can be used and I should be using them. Oh, look at that. Hogwarts. Huh, this looks like it's lyrics to like some kind of Christmas Hogwarts song, but I don't know what it's referring to. That's really interesting. Let me know if you know what that is from, or if that was fabricated just for this kit, because that's really cool. And then these are I think these are the glitter headers that go with that. Isn't that just such a pretty kit? Look at that art. It's so pretty. Oh man, that's gorgeous. So really psyched about that. So that's my little order from Keatown. As I say in pretty much every haul, there are about 15 million kits from Keatown that I want to get at some point, but I typically wait for final stock sales, and I typically get what I want. So I think that's a strategy that works for me, and I'm going to keep using that. Because my favorite types of kits to get are pop culture, without a doubt. Those are just my absolute favorite because I am so immersed in pop culture in my everyday life. I'm always binging a show and reading a book and going through a list of movies each week, all at the same time, all at once. I'm always consuming like every type of media, and I'm also playing video games now too. So it's a huge part of my life. So I'm really glad that there's so many kits available for the things that I like. Alright, so next we're going to get into sticky essentials. This is another, well, I guess it's not really a tiny order, it's kind of a fat order. Look at how many kits there are. These are all mini kits though, because I realized in the previous however many sticky essentials kits I've used, I've realized that the mini kit size is good enough for me to do some white space planning if I pull in a little bit from other kits, like a few extra boxes from like leftovers or something. So it is pretty sufficient. So I'm not going to go ahead and get the bigger size anytime soon, and the mini kits are a really great deal as well. So there were also a couple washi tapes thrown in with my order. I did not order these, so I think they were extras, but I really like them. Here's a kind of dark navy blue with a silver foiled bow, and I really love that bow. It's a pretty unique bow. I love how every shop has their own bow, and I love having washi's with the different bows. Obviously, Simply Gilded is the one that everybody has the most of, but I also have several ScribblePrintsCo. I have a lot of ScribblePrintsCo bows, and I have a couple from like just completely random shops, and I think that might be it. So here's just another random one from Sticky Essentials. And then this one is a confetti one. So it is a kind of dark red one with gold confetti. I don't know what size this is. This might be 10 millimeter. Let me just compare it. Yeah, so this is the 10 millimeter. So that's a really cool bow, or really cool confetti as well. I love these two colors. I like this dark red and dark blue. So that was super nice for her to throw that in. These are my extras, so I'm just going to go ahead and take these out so I can put them with the appropriate kits as we go along. There's a lot. So this sale was kind of one where she brought back a few older kit designs that you will see here. Maybe I only got one older kit, and then there were several newer ones. Yeah. Well, I feel like I probably got 2 older kits, but I may have just gotten one. Let me just very quickly put these all together here while I'm giving you spoilers of everything I'm about to show you. And we are all set. Okay. So the first kit I want to go over was kind of an oopsie on my part. This is the Garland Gala. I think that's how you say that. It's one of those words I am never sure of how to say. But I think it's Gala. Let me know how you say it though, because I could be wrong. So I'm going to take this out while I'm talking about it. The reason this kit is an oopsie is because if you remember from probably my last haul where I had a ScribblePrints order, I got this art in the ScribblePrintsCo format, and usually I have a document on my computer, or like a folder of pictures of like all the different shops with one specific clip art that I want. So like for this clip art, I'll choose like 2 or 3 shops that have this clip art and kind of compare them and see who I want to get it from. And I'll usually just pick one, or I'll pick one and then a couple other shops where I can just get the full boxes and like add those in. You've seen that a lot in my hauls. That's my strategy. But this one I think was kind of a mistake on my part because I only had one. I think I only had the ScribblePrintsCo version of that in my folder, and I don't think I remembered to put Sticky Essentials in there, and that is why I bought both. So it was an accident. Now usually I would pick one to sell. I don't know if there's the Sticky Essentials buy sell trade or anything, or if you could do that in the main Facebook group. I'm not sure. But if I had to choose, I think I would have probably tried to find a way to sell the ScribblePrintsCo one because it's also more expensive. I think I got the full-size version of that one, the ultimate, and I would have been able to get a lot more money back for it. That would normally have been what I would have done if I had to choose one, but I compared the two just now, and I think I'm going to keep both because they are significantly different enough, especially the girls. The girls are kind of opposite. In the ScribblePrintsCo one, this girl is with this skin tone, and I think she has a white dress, and this girl in the ScribblePrintsCo kit has pale skin and I think the red dress. So it is kind of opposite a little bit. And some of the boxes are the same, like these 4 are kind of the same, but this box is not in the ScribblePrintsCo one, and I wanted that. And I think this one may be slightly different too. So I feel like they're different enough, and it's a beautiful enough art set that I would be able to keep both of them without feeling too bad about it. I'll use one, like, I don't know, for this year, 2019, when I finally get around to planning that, and then I'll save one for like a few years in the future, or even next year. I don't even care. I won't remember it a year from now, so I'll just spread them out and it should be fine. But yeah, it is gorgeous art, as I said in the previous haul with this art, but it is really pretty. And I love the light effects on the trees, although it makes it look kind of fuzzy. Like, you can definitely tell that it's supposed to be lights. And I love the girls and that hairstyle and their dresses, especially that dress. That's goals right there. I just love all of that. So let me just briefly go over the format of the mini kit. So you get 4 half boxes, which is just the right amount of half boxes. These work labels are great for doing some white space planning. You get some third boxes and quarter boxes and little things, all of which are super helpful for some white space planning. But again, this isn't a ton, so you do kind of need to pull more in. But there will be more I'll show you in a second. You have plenty of flags, more flags than I think you need. I only ever use 2 in a kit as page flags. You get some nice deco in a teeny tiny movie marquee, same as ScribblePrintsCo. You do get a 9th full box, which I love. This is definitely not in the ScribblePrintsCo kit, so there's another reason why I want to keep both, because that's really pretty too. I love that green dress, and really pretty bottom washi that you could cut in half, and date covers. And then the glitter sampler that comes with that. Well, not comes with it, you can get it separate. But then look at all these extra boxes that you get. So altogether, that's why this is like almost exactly how much you need to do some white space planning. So I highly recommend that for the price that you get. So definitely a fantastic value for a beautiful kit. So that is Garland Gala. I keep wanting to say Gala, and I keep having to tell myself it's probably Gala, but let me know. Alright, so next we have Winter in the City. This is kind of new. This is meant to be New York City, I believe. It definitely looks very New York City, especially that cab. When you see a cab, you know it's pretty much New York City that it's meant to be. I actually am going to open these because they have those 9th full boxes that I do want you to see. But this is just really pretty art. I think a few shops did this art too, but thankfully I didn't get doubles of this. But I just love the way this one is put together. I love that double box scene. Obviously this is kind of a New Year's thing, so there's 2020. However, I am almost 100% definitely going to use this for this month, which is January 2020. Well, I'm saying that, but I'm not going to New York this month, so does that even make sense? I might just not use that full box, because I don't think I'm going to be going there anytime this year anyway. And yeah, I don't think it would make sense. So I'll do either one of those 2 things. I'll either use it when I go to New York and just skip that full box, or I'll use it for this January, even though I'm not going to New York. But I do love the rest of it. I love that little flat lay of the clothing. I love the girl. That scene right there, the ice skating and the champagne. This could just really be used for going to New York anytime in the winter. And then there's that page. This page, I love the color scheme. All these whites and light blues. Deco and everything. And then there is that 9th full box right there. So technically, you could probably just switch out this box for that box, if that's what I end up planning to do. And look at that gorgeous bottom washi. It's kind of like marbly, almost. And then the glitter headers and extra boxes. So that is a super gorgeous kit. I am just really conflicted about how and when to use that, but we will see. Because I do have a lot of winter kits, but this seems like a very January specific kit, like just the coloring and everything. That makes sense to me. Alright. Speaking of seasons, or I guess winter time in other cities, here we have the Parisian winter kit. And just looking at it briefly, it doesn't really scream winter at all to me. Like, this seems more fall than anything else because of all the browns. It doesn't seem very winter at all. Yeah, I think this would be a great fall kit. Parisian fall. Love that girl. So much clothing going on. I guess that's what Paris is known for, is clothing. It's a really pretty bag. Love this double box scene of the shops and the Eiffel Tower. That is pretty accurate to how a Parisian street looks. I've been to Paris once, I believe. Yeah, that's very accurate. And I love the art style here, and the coffee, of course. It's a very nice classic Paris kit. I am not a huge fan of Paris. I don't think anybody who actually goes is a huge fan. It's not that it's like super snobby as everyone believes, because it's really not. And maybe slightly more, but like not really that snobby. But it's just kind of overrated a little bit. Like, it's pretty much the Eiffel Tower and the Louvre, and that's it. And there's your 9th full box right there. These shoes, and then the wood pattern. That's a really cool wood pattern for the bottom washi. Glitter headers right there. So yeah, it's just kind of touristy, but like not all over the place. It's just those 2 places, and then the rest is like any old boring French city. But there's other French cities that are not boring. Like, I really like Nice. I love Marseille. Versailles is really cool for history and palaces and stuff. Palace of Versailles. Very beautiful. Nice is probably my favorite though. And then there's several other cities that are really cool for like seeing old ruins and stuff and just hiking places and history. There's a lot to see that is not Paris. So Paris is really pretty in certain places, but other than like the classic touristy stuff, it's not really better than other cities in France. But I anticipate that eventually I may go back, so that's what this is for. Alright, so what else do we got? We got 3 kits left. Surprisingly, only one of them is pop culture. So while we're on the subject of like holidays and that kind of thing, let's go over this Ready to Party kit. And this, at first blush, looks like a kind of New Year's-y kit, and I think that was kind of the intention a little bit. It's very, you know, gold and black and white, which is very New Year's-y, but it doesn't really have anything that is New Year's specific. Like maybe the champagne, but also not really, because like champagne is kind of a staple for a lot of celebrations or like birthdays or something. So my intent with this was to use it for just a birthday party, possibly even mine. I'm not entirely sure because it's not super duper me. Like, I don't really like cake or champagne or makeup, but it is just a really pretty birthday kit. So I don't know. I may save it for somebody else's birthday. I do have my New Year's kit from Sticky Essentials that I am going to use for New Year's this year, but this, I just wanted to add to my collection of birthday kits because you know how hard it is for me to find birthday kits that I really like. And again, I'm not like super fanatical about this one, but I do think it's a really pretty kit. Like, gold, black, and white is one of my favorite color schemes. And I like the art style. I love these 2 girls right here. That girl seems to have a really flat face, which is kind of hilarious to me. But I love that dress. It's kind of a boring double box scene. It's cool that there's like a camera set up though, and I like this makeup box, even though I'm not really a makeup person. I think it's a really cool box. So it's just a really nice kit, and it's in my color scheme, and it's a birthday kit, so I really just couldn't pass it up. And there is the 9th full box right there. I like that one. Her putting on her shoes, and the starry bottom washi, and the glitter headers. So that is the Ready to Party kit. And now we have one normal kit to go through. This is kind of an everyday kit. It is ethereal. I believe that's how you say that. That's another word I'm not really 100% positive about. I think I may have used this word in a previous video when I said like ethereal or something. I usually waffle between those 2 pronunciations, but I think it's ethereal. Anyway, this is really gorgeous art. I think I may have seen this in a couple shops. It's possible that ScribblePrintsCo also did this art, but when I saw this one in this, you know, mini kit size for this value, I was like, yeah, I need that one. And it is very gorgeously put together. It's kind of a lovey-dovey kit, like maybe very vaguely Valentine's Day, like you could use it for Valentine's Day, but it's not, like there's nothing really specific in it for Valentine's Day. It's not even like super specific to like lovey stuff. Like those 3 boxes, those four boxes like don't really have anything to do with like romance or anything. Like the only thing in here is like the heart earrings. Obviously the 2 swans do, and the lingerie boxes do, but like other than that, it's just like a really pretty girly kit. And this could just be like a girly kit, like a nice feminine kit, not necessarily denoting any type of relationship. So it's very versatile. I just got it because I thought it was gorgeous. The colors are gorgeous. the thin lines for the outlines just work really well with this, just to make it really light and airy and feminine and light pink. And with the gold accents, that would be really pretty for gold foil to be used with that, or even like a really light pink foil I think you could get away with. But yeah, I don't really have anything specific in mind to use this for. I think I'll know when it's a good time to use this. It will strike me. So there's that page. This page, the format is kind of the same on all of these because they were all about the same time. And then you have the 9th full box here, which is just yet another mirror. I don't know why there's so many mirrors in this kit, but they are pretty. And then the gorgeous cloud bottom washi, which is kind of like the wallpaper. So that, it just goes together really well. This is just a marvelously put together kit. And those are the glitter headers. Yeah, this is just a kit that is just really beautiful to look at, even though it's not super on any specific theme, which I'm usually really picky about kits like that. But if they're pretty enough, like, I'm definitely gonna get them. And then finally, we have the one pop culture kit I got, and this is the Titanic kit. Now, I avoided getting the Titanic art for a really long time. I think Glam Planner had this, Simply a Mess probably also had this art. I passed on that when it came out and when it came back as like overstock, and I think both shops may have done something like that. I don't know, I was not really into just the way those were done, just the way the kits were arranged, and I don't know, there was a lot I didn't like about it, but and I think it was a lot of the boxes that I didn't like for some reason. However, for some reason when I saw this, I was like, this is it. This is the perfect iteration of this art. And since it was brought back to Sticky Essentials, this was not the first go round. It was brought back as one of her old kits. And since there was a mini kit option available, I was like, well, I have to get it now. It is like the most perfect. Like just this set of 8 full boxes here, like this is everything. This would be enough for me to put together for a Titanic kit. I don't even like the Titanic that much, the movie. It is pretty decent, I would say. Obviously, I hate the ending because it's stupid, and that is the opinion that pretty much everybody has about it. Before that, I think it is a fairly okay storyline. But if you were going to make a movie about the Titanic and have it be romance, I think that was pretty much the best you could get with that. But I don't know, I've only ever seen it once, and I think I kind of have to go back and look at it with a fresh eye. I think there is a podcast episode from the Rewatchables, which I've been listening to a lot lately. They're like one of my new favorite podcasts. They go over like classic movies that are rewatchable, obviously, and they kind of go over like every part of it, kind of in depth, which is totally my thing. And I think there's an episode on that I still have to listen to. So I may listen to that and then go back and rewatch it with a fresh eye and kind of maybe be able to appreciate it more. And at that point, I will be using this kit to mark that, because I do want to have it. And I did want this art if it was, you know, if it was just right. And I think Sticky Essentials Delilah really hit it on the nose with this one. Just, it's perfect. The colors, every box goes together. This double box scene is so gorgeous. The dress, just the music box, all of these things are just so beautiful to me. And it's just a really nice aesthetic, even if it's not specific to the movie, because if you look at this, nothing really is like movie specific, and I love that. There are add-on boxes that I will show you in a second that make it movie specific, but I think that was kind of why this kit stuck out to me more than all of the other versions of this art, because it looks so beautiful without being too Titanic-y. And this box I think you could probably toss out in favor for one of the additional boxes right here. And there's the glitter headers, which are also very gorgeous. I just can't get enough of this. I just want to keep looking at it. And then you get 2 sets of additional boxes if you want to add those on. So these are the boxes of the Titanic itself, which obviously make it very movie related. And you can choose 2 different scenes here, so you can get the daytime version or the nighttime version. The nighttime version is really gorgeous, but again, I think the daytime version fits more with the colors of the rest of the kit, although the black really just ruins it no matter what you do. But if you're adding more of these boxes, the black will make more sense. But look at that sky in the background. It's really pretty. So this is what I'll go with for the main kit. And then these are the kind of people boxes, and these definitely are specific to the movie. So you have Jack drawing Rose, and that's the drawing, which I think I hated this box in other versions of this art, but I think this one is really good. I don't know why, because it's the same clip art, but and then I love that scene right there. And then the note, make it count, meet me at the clock. I don't remember anything about that from the movie, but I guess it is a part of the movie. But yeah, so if you put all this together, this would probably be a some white space plus extenders week, because I would want to use almost all of these boxes here. I think it would be fairly easy to do, but yeah, this is just the best version of this art that I have seen. Let me know if you agree, or like whose version of this art you like the best, because I want to know if this really struck other people as much as it struck me as like the perfect version of this art. I don't think I've ever felt this strongly about another kit before, that this version like surpasses others so much. That is the Titanic kit. It may not be in her shop anymore because it was only brought back briefly, probably as part of like some kind of sale, maybe the Black Friday sale. For some section of that, she brought old kits back, but that's where you would find it. So that is this section of the haul. I may have time for one other tiny little section. But yes, I do have like about 100 more kits here to add to my binders, which are getting so heavy. I already have like 10 binders, not all full of kits. I think I maybe 4 or 5 of those are for kits specifically, but I'm gonna have to add 1 or 2 more because it's just getting ridiculous how many kits I'm getting. Like I said, I already have like over 2 years worth. This is probably gonna bring it to 3 years worth, but I just love kits and character stickers. I love all stickers. I'm not picky. So yeah, so that's it for this section. Let's get into the next one. Okay, so for this very last part of this haul, I'm going to be going over a couple teeny tiny orders. I am doing this in natural light because I wanted to show you the foil first, and I think it'll be okay if I do all of it in natural light. So I am going to start with the RoseColoredDaze sub box. This is for January. I didn't get too many sneak peeks of this, so I'm kind of like excited to see what's in it. I know that there's some fun colors in here, which is the thing that she started doing, instead of just like the classic, you know, gold, silver, rose gold colors. Even hollow, I think she's already done. So I'm really hyped about that because I really want some tapes in fun colors, because I'm going through my foil stash really fast, and these tapes are really good value and they last a really long time. So I think it's a great idea. So this is her business card, one of the variations of it. Stay humble, hustle hard. And we get 2 big old sheets of stickers that go with this. So the theme is obviously Valentine's Day and love themed. So we have some giant deco right here, and then some really tiny deco, which I love. I love tiny deco so much. This is going to be a little harder to use, but I think in the bottom washi it could be useful, and maybe like over a full box or a couple full boxes. That would be how I would plan to use that. And then, as usual, you get the clear journaling cards that I don't really use. This is the silver foiled hearts one, and then there is the February calendar, which has a really tiny calendar and then the design in the corner, so that's really cool. Although I don't really think I'll have too much use for those. Still really cool. Now let's get into the actual tapes. Yeah, I didn't like open these up before starting to film, so it is going to be a little bit annoying while I try to do that on camera. I will try to go kind of fast with it. So it looks like we have 2 full box overlay tapes as usual, but only one of them is in silver, and like I said before, the other one is in a fun color. So let's go over the silver one first. Silver is like kind of the main foil color for this box. Oh, I've already ripped it. That is a fantastic way to start off this haul. I hate ripping these because like it's so hard to get them lining up again. See, they're still ripping. You have to get it to peel at exactly the same time. Okay, I think I did it. Hopefully I don't do it again. Yeah, tapes are kind of hard to work with in that way, but they're still like too good of a value to really just avoid them because of that. So we've got quite a few designs on here. Looks like we have 3. So we have the, it's kind of hard to see now because I ripped it, but you have the little love box of chocolates, I'm assuming, and then some hearts underneath that. And then here we have just a little heart kind of confetti at the top. And then here we have just the bouquet of flowers in the bottom left corner. So that's kind of nice. So this is like the design tape. She usually does like one tape that has just like designs on it. And then the other one will typically have borders on it and like border type designs. So that is what this one is. And this is the fun color. I think she was doing kind of a mix of pink and purple for the fun colors. Like if you look on here, that's pink and that's purple, obviously. That's a really cool like shade of purple. It's kind of like a dark purple. I love that. So this one I think may be kind of alternating between pink and purple. It looks like that. Yeah, so it is. So it is just 2 borders, and it is alternating between pink and purple. So it's just one design. But that's really cool. I'm sure there's a lot of kits out there that have both of these colors in it, so you could just use both in one spread. So that's a really fun idea. And then we have 4 additional tapes. So this one looks like it is the bottom washi overlay, and it is the full size bottom washi overlay, not just the 15 millimeter, which she will sometimes have. I think that is this one right here that I'll go over next. I do like having both options just in case, because we never know. So this one is really nice and simple. So it's just the heart confetti design in silver. And I believe it is perforated for both the long side and the short side of the bottom washi, just to make it easy for you. And for the 15 millimeter washi overlay tape, looks like we have another silver heart type design. I can't say that I've used too many of these 15 millimeter overlays. I've pretty much only used the ones that come in the ScribblePrintsCo wiggles, because like I have so many wiggles that I need to use up before I start digging into my stash of like just loose foil, like not bundled together. So I haven't really used any overlays tapes like these yet, but it's a really cool idea. And ScribblePrintsCo I think does sell the, she sells the washi strips separately, so you could just buy up a bunch of those and then just layer these over that, and then voila, you can create your own foiled washi. So yeah, this is just a nice simple silver doodly heart design. And then we have two header tapes. So they are the same tape design, it looks like, but in both colors. So you get the classic silver, and then it looks like the other one is, I think it's pink instead of pink and purple. So you get 2 tapes that are in the fun colors, as she calls them, in this box. So that's really cool. I'm hoping that eventually we're going to have a box that's just like completely a crazy foil color. Like, I would really love a bright red one, honestly. Bright red foil is my favorite foil color. But I'm sure, like, she's doing one every month, so eventually she's going to run out of options for the main colors. Wow, this is like really hard. I'm like just massacring this washi because it was so hard to peel for some reason. Oh my god, look at that. Look what I just did. I just destroyed it. That is awful. Anyway, here's the swatch for you. Let me swatch it on the back of this because why the heck not? So this is what the header overlay tape looks like. It is more of the hearts in silver. And I'm going to try to find where the rest of that roll went. Is that it? But then, like, where's the bottom part of that? Because that did not peel well. Did I just start peeling it in the wrong spot or something? This looks like a crime scene. There, I found the bottom part. Nope. No, that's scary. I'm not touching that. I've already ruined it. I'm just gonna keep ruining it even more. That's gonna take some serious tape surgery to fix. Don't do what I did when you open your washi and start unrolling it. Don't be very careful with your foil overlay tape washi. Like I will try to be with this one. So this does look like it's just pink. See, it looks kind of like an end, but not really. Oh, I think that's the real end. Alright, cross my fingers that this won't be as bad as the other one. And there we go. Yeah, I was definitely not being gentle with that one, but like I remembered that I needed to be gentle. So here is the pink. It's like a hot pink. That's really pretty. Alright, so that is all the tapes for the January sub box. I'm guessing next one is going to be like a St. Patrick's Day kind of theme, probably lots of green. I love green foil too. I haven't had a chance to use it yet, but it is my favorite color. It's like that nice emerald green that you see in a lot of foils. So that's that. And then finally I have this really tiny order from ScribblePrintsCo, which I got just for this wiggle packet right here. I did not get any kits, which is crazy and insane. I have a lot on my wish list, but I'm kind of on a low spend right now. And kits are expensive because I really only get the ultimate kits now. So I can't get everything that I want. So I'm gonna just save up till I can finally start putting a dent in my ScribblePrintsCo wish list. Alrighty, so let's see. So I did get a Misfit Random Act of Kindness bag, so I'll be going over that in a second. But let's go over my main order first. This is the journaling card that it comes with. This is really pretty. So this is kind of like a Valentine's Day sort of thing. You got roses and strawberries and champagne, I think, and candles in a little bath. So that's really pretty. And the freebie that comes with it is obviously this Valentine's Day one, Will You Be My Valentine full box overlay, and then by more ScribblePrintsCo, of course. I also put in Kirsten's code, so I got Kirsten's freebie, which is silver. And then I got a bunch of random foil, and I also got these, the spring, I think, multicolor of the labels, the fancy labels, because these are the easiest box size, I guess, for me to work with when doing some white space planning. I use a ton of these. So, and I use them so fast that like I've already gone through like all of my leftovers in like pink and blue and like certain shades. I've already gone through them all, so I needed to actually buy some. So I did get her Valentine's Day deco foil, which is like very hand-drawn. These are like Valentine's Day doodles. I got them in the 3 colors because I wasn't sure which would be used for a Valentine's Day kit. Like I don't really have too many. I think I only have one Valentine's Day kit and it's like gold foil, but I can see situations where rose gold would make sense, and even silver, especially with all the silver foil overlay tapes that I just got. So it just made sense for me to get all 3 of them. And then I needed to get to, I think, $50 or something. So I threw in these as an extra. These are the bougie tall boxes. So these are like bougie boxes plus day extenders. I usually just make my own, but I needed to get up to $50, and I figured it would be nice to have some already made so I wouldn't have to go through the painstaking process of cutting them out of paper. I don't really like that that the back is sticky, because trying to stick a sticker to something that's already sticky is, I feel like, going to be really impossible, especially if I mess up. So I'm kind of intimidated by that, but we'll see how it goes. Because I just use paper that I glue onto the actual planner, so it's not sticky already. And these are in gold. It's pretty much my most used foil color, I believe. And then lastly, I got the Disney Part 2, Disney Movies Part 2. I already had Part 1. So this is like her second sheet in all 4 foils. So in this sheet you have Moana, which I don't really like that much, Mulan, which I love, Zootopia, Frozen, Wreck-It Ralph, Tangled, I love all of those. Lilo and Stitch, I haven't seen that in like so long, I don't remember it, but I think I liked it. Tarzan I love. Fantasia is a good, decent classic. Hunchback of Notre Dame is like the most underrated Disney film ever. It's so good, along with The Emperor's New Groove, which isn't on here, crazily enough. Bolt, which was really good. Why is that on here and The Emperor's New Groove is not? That doesn't make any sense. Emperor's New Groove is the funniest Disney movie ever invented. Jungle Book is good. Hercules, I haven't seen that in too long. I think it's due for rewatch. And Big Hero 6, which is really cute, but like not super inspiring for me to watch again. I will at some point, but like it doesn't feel like a priority. Like once felt like enough for a long time. I guess same with Moana and Princess and the Frog. I don't think I've seen either of those movies twice, which is very sad. And then finally I got the kind of Valentine's Day or heart themed wiggle pack. I've forgot to get it before it went off sale. So I did pay $20 for this, but on sale it's like $15. And she's been doing these in like all the colorways, the same packet, or at least all the Valentine's Day colorways. So if they're still in the shop, definitely pick those up if you want them, because there's a lot of options. I'm glad I got this pink one though. I don't think I'm gonna get all the colorways. I think this one will probably be enough. But yeah, I love this shade of pink foil. I just love pink foil, pink and red foil. So this is a really big one, obviously, because it's like $20 normally. It's going to be a lot more than your average wiggle. So I will just go over it briefly. Here we have the bottom washi, which is new heart confetti, and then the filled in bows. And then you have the much bigger cutout icon sampler. So she includes tons more in here. I think she includes a lot of icons that are normally only on the circle icon sheet, because they are different icons mostly. So I'm pretty sure like the camera or the TV, like some of those are like usually only on this sheet, but she added those on here, and then added more of these two. So you get, that's like the old label and that's like the new SPC logo, I guess. So that's interesting. And then you get ScribblePrintsCo Happy Mail and new releases on there. Obviously, this sheet is the same as the normal wiggle format and the date dots there. And then you get a big old script sampler, which is a really cool thing that she added in because there's usually no scripts like this in the normal wiggle format. So you get her best-selling scripts all here, and then the weekend banner, of course, in the new format of the weekend banner. She also threw in the food sampler, which you do not get in the normal one, the normal wiggle. It's actually, I think, the same style as was in the January mystery. So I did already haul this type of sheet, but here it is again. So you get, I think, all of the ones from the food doodles and then a few of the drinks. Very cool. And then you get the little deco sheet. This looks like a lot more deco than you would normally get in the wiggles. And then these sheets are amazing. So it's just the same sheet that you get, I think, 6 of, because she's just nuts in her generosity. But has like a cool texture on the back. That's so cool. You can like feel the hearts. That's so awesome. Anyway, so I actually kind of did not go over this sheet too well when I think I did it in the January mystery. I don't remember if the sheet was part of the January mystery wiggle, but it seems familiar to me because I think I remember getting it wrong. So I think if I did say it before, I said that these were just 2 types of header overlays, but that's not entirely true. This one is the normal header lay. Did I say header lay? Header overlay. That's hilarious. I'm creating portmanteaus just for these hauls. So you get 6 times 7, so you get 42 header overlays, which is insane. So that's gonna last you easily, well, not easily, it's gonna last you about 2 weeks if you don't use any in the sidebar. So yeah, so that's a good way to stretch that out. And then these actually are not normal size headers, these are half cut headers, so these are meant for bougie boxes, like bougie box alternatives, so you can put these in between the boxes so you're not using as much foil as you would, because normally you would just put down this whole thing as a bougie box, but here you only use them where you need to, and you can stack them, etc. So obviously they're half cut, so you get 14 times 6. Don't ask me to do that math in my head, I'm not that good, but you get plenty of that. Actually, wouldn't that just be 42 times 2? So that'll be like 84. So you get 84 half cut headers, which is definitely enough to last you a crap ton long time. So in addition to that, you get 2 types of full box overlays, and these are borders. So you get the full border here, and then the corner borders here with the heart confetti in there. And you get 12 of those, so that is enough to last 2 weeks also. So she really made this so that it could stretch. You know, obviously you get the 2 bottom washi overlays too, so that is gonna stretch it. The date dots are enough to stretch. Icons are, because there's basically 2 of each now, because there's 2 different styles. Yeah, pretty much everything in here is made to last 2 weeks, so that's a really good deal. It would have been even better for 20 bucks, but I mean for 15 bucks, since it's 20 bucks, and normal wiggles on sale they're like 10 bucks. So this, yeah, it's like the equivalent of getting 2 normal wiggles on sale, but definitely pay attention to get them when they are on sale for 15, because that is a fantastic deal. So I really love this. I hope that she does a lot more like big wiggles like this, not necessarily in the hearts, but like just several different themes. I just love watching her her evolution of wiggles. I'll get all of them, I don't care, they're all brilliant. Okay, so real quick, I realized after filming the entire section I forgot to do the misfit bag, so I am just going to sneak this in before I do the outro. Did not want to move this to another haul, so that's actually not in a full cello, it's in one of her little partial cellos, which are still reusable, but since it has the sticker I probably will not reuse it. So let's see what things I got. There is some foil in here, which is really cool. I think that's kind of new. So we have one tall fashion girl from, I think, the December mystery. I do kind of want the December mystery, but not enough to buy it right now when I'm on a low spend. So I may get it if it's in the buy sell trade, like in the next year or so. Then we have a sheet of scribblers. So this is the Celeste with sparklers. So very holiday sort of celebration themed. Then we have, this gorgeous sheet of, I think that's silver, but it's kind of like a sparkly silver. Yeah, it's like a sparkly silver. It might be hollow, but it looks like silver to me. It doesn't look like silver, it looks like silver. There's really not much of a rainbow in there. Not much of one. There may be a little bit. Tell me what you think. Anyway, on the matte black paper, which is really pretty. Yeah, this would actually make really beautiful headers. So I can't wait to find a place to use that. Then we have some full sheets. So we have the full size glitter sampler. Looks like it may be from the, I don't know, the May or June mystery, whichever, well actually either of them, I don't know. Either the carnival one or the oasis one. You know what I'm talking about, the mysteries. It looks like it went with one of those. I'm not sure which one. I could have gone to something else entirely, but that's kind of what it reminds me of. And I already have both of those kits, and I think I have both of the samplers too. I'm not sure. But I can always do with extra glitter headers and quarter boxes. Not so much the flags. I never really need flags. And then we have this kind of functional sheet from, it almost looks like the Sabrina kit maybe, which I also have. I'm not sure. But I definitely love these functional elements. And these, of course, I use those a lot. Icons, not so much. Flags, and these, not so much. I use these mainly in my daily planner just to use them up. And then finally, we have the deco sheet from the Winter in New York kit. I don't think I got that kit. I may have gotten it from another shop, actually, so it's cool to have extra teeny tiny deco and a weekend banner and a marquee, of course, and all that stuff. So that's really cool. So I'll definitely be able to use all of these somehow. I appreciate getting these bags now that I actually use my extras because I do some white space planning. So yeah, definitely all this stuff came at the right time. So that is finally it. And now let's go to the outro. So that is it for that shop and this section of the haul and this haul in its entirety. So thank you all so much for watching. If you want to like, comment, subscribe, and share, that would be amazing. And I will see you in my next video. Ciao.